I was thinking of doing a product placement just for a joke, but actually I'm not gonna. It's just my water. It's a very hot day. I've been out in the garden. I'm feeling all hot and flushed. Mark's out there sanding and sanding the furniture, which he's doing. The new sander's doing a really good job. So this is the other way round. It's my tablet, and because it's running out of power, I've got it plugged into the power, but everything's that side, and I'm used to the whatever. I don't know where to look really. You're over here. Yeah, you're over there. I'm going to see if I can focus on you over there. Don't feel you're being stared at though, will you? Obviously been looking at comments, and I see there's several comments from people that don't want me to say fuck, and I notice by the language they use to complain about me saying fuck seems quite a repressed style of language. Suggests to me that they've had quite a strict upbringing. Some even talking to me like they're my parent, which is weird. And a lot of people have been suppressed, oppressed by parents, by parental figures, by the church. And so swearing for them is a no-no. And swearing for me is a sign that I'm free to express myself in whatever way I want. And it's reminded me that during the time that Mark and I were working in Kent, we were working with predominantly women who'd been oppressed, suppressed, abused. Some of them had had some really terrible things happen to them in childhood, and some of them continued to have terrible things happening to them in adulthood. And the thing about people that have been abused, when the abuse stops, the memories of the abuse don't stop, so they're left holding a lot of pain and trauma. So part of the therapeutic treatment, part of the treatment was encouraging those that had been so oppressed to be able to express themselves and free themselves and feel liberated from their internal oppressor. And quite often during a therapy session, you might sit with someone and help them reenact a scene from childhood, or in Mark was the facilitator in the psychodrama group, and there would be reenactments going on in the psychodrama group, and quite often there would be encouragement to use the word fuck. To be able to tell your oppressor to fuck off was really empowering for these people that had been so poorly treated. And in fact, one of the measures for us, it was a bit of a joke, but one of the measures we would say to our clients is, of how close they were to cure if they could use the word fuck. And they saw the humour in that. It was a very nurturing place to be, a very funny, humorous place to be, where people felt and began to feel able to express themselves, and that was so important, so important. So I've been reminded of that. There's lots of shoulds and oughts, which are parental introjects telling me I should do this and I ought to do that and I don't do that. It's like, you sound like my fucking mother telling me what, and I've said it before, I'm 66. It's a bit late to tell me what to do. It's a bit late to expect me to listen to you tell me what to do. So it's just reminded me of that. It was a very good place to be, and they were very special people, and I miss them. And I think about them often and wonder how they're doing, and hope they're doing okay. It was a very special place and a good time there, and I think they really benefited from the care that as a team, and we were a good team that they got, and so it reminds me of that. I'm going to share a link to Victoria Wood, who sadly died several years ago. Was a brilliant British comedian, just brilliant, just so funny. And she was in her sketches quite often, they were very effacing, whatever. I'm going to share a link to one of her comedy sketches. I've shared it in some of the comments replying to people that seem angry, just to help try and cheer them up. I'm going to share it with you so you can all have a laugh, because it is quite funny. So it's Mothering Sunday. Mark is out sanding furniture. He's got a new sander, and I can see the difference. I don't think he's seen it yet, but I can see the difference between what he's already sanded with the old sander and this new sander. He's out doing that. He started doing that at 4:45, and there's quite strict noise laws here. And on a Sunday, you shouldn't really start using machinery until 4 o'clock on a Sunday. So he started at 4:45, and Scrope's just driven by, cricking his neck, trying to look in to see what's going on. I'm sure he'll have something. He'll go down on his list of complaints about us. It must be a very long list. Anyway, happy Mother's Day.